Work hard. Be somebody. Be something more than what you see in the mirror. Let the world be your mirror. Don't let them judge you, because the mirror can't judge you. You judge what you see in the mirror.
2, this is Tiger Knight, and I'm back with another video. About to be reacting to what they won't tell you in the Bulls documentary. It's referring to The Last Dance, the series that's on Netflix. If you don't know about it, if you don't know about it, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. You need to get to that series. But yeah, this looks interesting. First time I seen this, like I seen the thumbnail and the title, I was like, I have to get onto this video, man. Like, I was gonna watch it at first, and you know what? I'm just gonna wait for to react to this. And yeah. So I'm about to get into this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let's get it. About to get into this video. Let's get it.
Home. What is it about this place that makes us feel comfortable? Is it the pristine decor?
The inbounds pass comes into Jordan. Here's Michael at the foul line. A shot on Elo. Good! The Bulls win! They win it! Set the Cleveland Cavaliers. Michael Jordan hits it at the foul line. 101 to 100.
Iconic. Jordan's game-winning shot over Greg Elo to win a first-round matchup in the 1989 playoffs. A shot burned into all of our memories as one of MJ's early defining moments. But what some may not know is that Michael Jordan scored 40 points in this thriller. Oh, wait. Did I say score 40 points? I meant to say averaged 40 points in this series. For 5 straight games, MJ averaged 40 points for an entire playoff series. But then again, dominance of this caliber was nothing new to Jordan, because in the season prior, he averaged over 45 points a game against the same Cavs team in the first round of the playoffs. In fact, Jordan averaged over 40 points per game for an entire playoff series on 6 separate occasions.
This is why I say he's the GOAT. Come on, look at this. Look at all this stuff, man. Against the Celtics, 43.7. 44 points to be exact. Like, if you round that up, 45 points against Cavaliers, 40 against Cavaliers again, then 43 against 76ers, 45 against Heat, 41 against Suns. Like, he's going crazy, man. Like, who averages 40 in the playoffs? Tell me. I don't think LeBron has averaged 40 in the playoffs. He might have had like a 30-point triple-double, maybe like close to that. I don't know if he averages for a 30-point triple-double, but like, honestly, like, his mentality, you can just see his mentality in the stats. 44 points a game. It's the Celtics. Celtics was always a good team back in those times. Like, there's one. No, that team was tough too against the Celtics with Larry Bird, all these other guys, Kevin McHale, Parrish, like all those guys. So he was good, dropping 44 against one of the best teams ever. So, like, yeah, that's how that tells you, like, he's the GOAT. Like, I'm telling you.
Consider the fact that Mike averaged over 37 points.
He averaged over 37 points for his playoff average from 1986 to 1990. So he was doing
per game in the playoffs for a 5-year stretch. This feat becomes a little easier to wrap your mind around. And with The Last Dance documentary now airing, what better time to discuss 23 facts about Michael Jordan that no one ever told you? Now, these aren't your typical MJ facts. If you're familiar with my fact videos from the past, you know that I make it my mission to go out of my way to dig up some of the most fascinating, insightful, and oftentimes obscure facts I can find. This video shall be no different. Take the 1993 finals. Let's just ignore the fact that Jordan torched the Suns for 40 a game in the series, because the Suns weren't the only ones getting torched. In Game 2 of this series, if you pay close attention, you will notice that MJ is noticeably darker in this game than he usually is. Well, that's because the day before this game, Jordan went out and played 2 rounds of golf in the blistering Phoenix sun. Needless to say, I don't think playing 8 hours of golf in between game days affected his play, since he proceeded to drop 55 points in the following game. Jordan fans know that while at UNC, Michael was teammates with the great James Worthy. But what some may not know is that in his last season at North Carolina, over half of his fellow Tar Heel teammates would go on to be NBA players. In his rookie season, Michael Jordan scored 2,313 points. By far, the most points scored by any rookie in modern NBA history. For comparison, here is Jordan's rookie scoring total compared to the best rookie scoring seasons in modern NBA history. And here's Jordan's numbers compared to rookies from this season.
Imagine a rookie coming in the league right now and averaging almost 30. Like, how are you gonna react? You're gonna be like, this guy is the next big thing. Like, he's about to be a GOAT. He's GOATed already. So like, even back then, like, you have Zion dropping 25 a game, but it's like 25 and 28 is like if you think about it, is a big gap because you're actually averaging that amount. So he's averaging almost 30 as a rookie. He just comes in the league and he's just tearing it up. He just one of the lead scorers in the league. He's literally an all-star in the league, basically. Like, more than an all-star. You're dominating, so he's the GOAT. He's the GOAT. If you guys want to debate with me about this, hit me up in the comments or in my my DMs on Instagram. But I believe he's the GOAT because of this, because of his mentality and how he was killing it from when he first came in the league. So yeah, so he's a GOAT.
About a dozen NBA players on record to shatter a backboard. Michael Jordan is the smallest and lightest. In a 1985 exhibition game, a 21-year-old Jordan eviscerated a backboard, leaving the scene completely unscathed while showering his opponents in shards of glass. And if that wasn't impressive enough, if this guy was about 1 more foot to the right, Jordan would have most definitely jumped over him as well, which would have made this, undoubtedly, the most legendary dunk of all time. Talk about a big what if. In Michael Jordan's prolific career, he played exactly 1,212 NBA players. Of those 1,212, 310 of them never won a single game against Michael Jordan. 310. That means a quarter of the players who played against Michael in their NBA career never beat him. Not even once. And of all the players Jordan faced in his career, the majority of them beat Jordan less than 3 times. For comparison, of the 1,212 opponents Mike faced, only 74 of them never lost to Mike. Some of these players include Dirk Nowitzki, Gilbert Arenas, and I'll be damned, Scottie Pippen. But nearly all the players who went undefeated against Mike did so while he played with the Wizards. On the other hand, Sherman Douglas, a 12-year NBA vet, faced off against MJ 30 times in his career and lost every single time.
Oh my god.
30 games, 30 L's. On the other hand, Isaiah Thomas made...
Come on, you can't tell me. I know all fans are gonna come at me about this because I know all my friends is gonna, like, a lot of my friends say that LeBron is the best of all time. But like, come on, you see that? Like, he's just dominating. Like, this LeBron dominates, but is he really dominating at that level where there's people in the league that have not beat him once? 1 game, including the season and playoffs, all of that. They have not beat him ever. There's players out there that have not beat him. Like, he's one of those guys. Like, you're not going to beat me. Like, no matter what. I'm not taking a game off. You're not beating me. Like that's just one of those guys. Like, just that mentality, and he just dominates. And he's like, the people say he's a bad guy. And he's all the stuff he was doing, but he can back it up though. And all he wanted to do was win. So that mentality he had, I feel like that's why he gets the upper hand against LeBron, because I don't think LeBron has dominated the NBA. He's dominated the NBA, but not at that level. Not at that level.
Remains a pretty unique position in NBA history. Of all the players Jordan faced in his career, Zeke has beaten Jordan more than any other player. Of the 65 games Isaiah went toe-to-toe with Michael, Isaiah won 36. Now, we all know that MJ was a game changer the moment he stepped into the league. But Michael was so good that after breaking his foot just 3 games into his second NBA season, Jordan still made the All-Star team. A 22-year-old second-year player who only played 3 games before the All-Star break, and he still made the All-Star team. Of course, MJ was hurt, so he was unable to play in the game at All-Star Weekend.
He averaged
Over the
29.
last half-decade, the NBA has turned into one big three-point contest. For some players, the influx in threes...
Me tripping. Just say he averaged 29.
Not so much.
Hold up. Was that his average?
First, MJ was hurt, so he was unable to play in...
Okay, wait, hold up. 1985, 86, regular season. Oh, never mind. It's regular season. Oh, no, it's not his averages. It's just his amount of games he played. The 18 games he played is all the games he... Okay. Alright. I thought it was his averages. Yeah, never mind. Sorry about that.
Game at All-Star Weekend. Over the last half-decade, the NBA has turned into one big three-point contest. For some players, the influx in threes has been a blessing to their game. For others, not so much. Here's a chart of the top 10 scorers of the 2018-2019 NBA season. The red areas are 2-point shot attempts, and the gray areas are 3-point shot attempts. You have Giannis, who prefers to take it inside, Kawhi Leonard, the mid-range sniper, Stephen Curry, who attempted more threes than twos last season, and of course you have James Harden, who attempted over 1,000 three-pointers in a single season. And then there's Michael Jordan, who in the 1987 NBA season averaged over 37
that's the
points.
one thing, this guy does not shoot, he barely shoots threes. He should occasionally, if he, like, when he's, like, really hot, he'll give you, like, a couple of threes, and you guys know all about that Trailblazers game when he was killing Drexler. Like, 6 threes. I think it was 6 threes in the first half or something, or first quarter, something like that. Like, and he did the... yeah, but he doesn't shoot threes, and he's averaging 37 points a game for his career. Like, come on now. Like, he's this 2% of his scoring total is from his 3-pointers. The rest, 98%, is mid-range, dunking on people, finesse layup, all of that. All that good stuff. All the stuff that Jordan does that makes him great. So he's averaging 37 points without having to shoot 3-pointers. That's why I feel like he's a GOAT. So, let me know in the comments what y'all think.
And only shot 66 three-pointers the entire regular season. That's less than a single three-pointer every single game, which means that season only 2% of his shots came from beyond the arc. MJ did not need a 3-ball to drop 40 on a man's head.
Oh, no, never mind.
In the summer of 1995, during the filming of...
It was 1987 that he had 2% of his shots was 3-pointers. My bad.
Space Jam, Warner Brothers assembled an entire basketball gym fit with a weight room so Michael Jordan could practice during filming. During these practice sessions, Michael would invite fellow NBA players out to get some runs in. Some players, including Kenny Smith, Charles Barkley, Reggie Miller, Magic Johnson, and Dennis Rodman. It wasn't until the following season that players said they wished they had never shown up for these runs, since they felt that they had only made MJ even better. Of course, that season Jordan...
I was watching the documentary today, and like these guys are like, oh, I had so much fun coming and playing these runs and getting this competition during the summer. And you hear Jordan in the documentary, yeah, we're just trying to scout their game out, just see who got better, who Like, just figure out everybody's spots so I can play defense on them in a certain way when we get back in the season. I'm just studying everybody's games right now, to be honest. So basically, he was using them. He was using all these great basketball players, all these all-stars, all these big names to just like watch their game and like this is a competitive mindset. Like, he'll do things like that, and he just brought everybody into his trap. That one set was for him to get better that summer while he was doing that Space Jam thing. And he used that to the best of his abilities and basically used all those people as like his way to improve and be as dominant as he can possibly be in that season. And be like the most dominant he could possibly be right like at that moment. So Jordan's, I'm telling you, man, his mentality's always like scheming. He's always trying to figure out what to do to be the most dominant for his team and for himself, to create a legacy for himself. And I feel like he's put out enough. He has done enough to be named the GOAT right now. I don't think anybody has touched him yet. You can say LeBron. I guess it's debatable for LeBron, but like right now in my eyes, I feel like it's debatable, but I feel like it's clearly Jordan. But y'all probably have a different look on that. So yeah.
Go on to lead the league in scoring, win league MVP, lead the Bulls to the most wins in a regular season, won a title, and won Finals MVP. Thanks.
Fans have always wanted a way to speak with their favorite NBA stars.
Thanks, Reggie. Now, box plus minus is an interesting stat. At face value, it doesn't seem to be very accurate or insightful. But all things considered, with a big enough sample size, it is actually a great indicator of a player's value. And let's just say Michael Jordan was very valuable, since he holds the NBA record for highest box plus minus for a career. And this includes his years with the Wizards. But the greatness does not end there. MJ also has 6 of the top 10 replacement seasons. He has the highest career PER in NBA history, the highest career points per game in league history, the highest career win shares per 48. In fact, when playing with the Bulls, Jordan led the league in most advanced statistical categories more often than not, which really is just another piece of evidence for Jordan's greatness. But one of the only knocks against MJ's game was his subpar three-point shooting. Now, he wasn't bad at shooting the long ball, but by his standards, it might have been the weakest part of his game. And yet, in 1996, Michael Jordan finished the regular season shooting 43% from downtown on 260 attempts. That is better than any single season from Reggie Miller, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Damian Lillard, James Harden, Kobe Bryant, Allen Iverson, Russell Westbrook, and Dwayne Wade. At the conclusion of his senior...
Yeah, he doesn't really shoot the three-pointer either. But he's shooting a better percentage than all these guys that are considered decent three-point shooters. Man, this guy's the GOAT. Come on, man. He's the GOAT. Yo, if not, someone make a video about LeBron being the greatest of all time and show all the facts and compare. Because I'm seeing all facts here. And this is really giving him the upper hand, in my eyes, of who's the greatest player of all time. Just from this video, just seeing all these facts that are shown. So,
season in high school, Michael Jordan scored 30 points in the McDonald's All-American game, a new scoring record for the event and one that would stand for 18 years. Yet, Jordan didn't even win MVP of the game. Adrian Branch from the East and Aubrey Sherrod from the West both won co-MVP with 24 points and 19 points respectively. And before we continue, let's learn about one of the rarest feats in NBA history: leading a team to a championship while leading the league in scoring. When you exclude Michael Jordan, here is the entire list of every player to ever accomplish this feat. Did you get that? Not a lot of players. Excluding Jordan, only 4 players in history have ever led the league in scoring and won a championship in the same season. Now I'm going to show you what this list looks like when you include Michael Jordan. Yeah. Michael Jordan has led the league in scoring and won a title in the same season more than every single player in the history of the NBA combined. Now, Michael Jordan was raised in North Carolina, but was actually born in Brooklyn, New York.
He's showing, like, yo, is he doing this for like 14 minutes? Like he's just giving facts 14 minutes straight of why Jordan's the GOAT, basically. Like, telling you, man. Like, come on.
Possibly one of the greatest birthplaces for NBA players. Of all the NBA players born in Brooklyn, 10 have been inducted into the Hall of Fame, 19 became All-Stars, totaling a staggering 26 league championships won. In fact, you could make a formidable team with just Brooklyn-born players. But once Michael's family moved to North Carolina, the rest is history. Like at Laney High School, where Michael Jordan did his best Oscar Robertson impersonation when he averaged a 29-point triple-double as a senior in high school. And I guess you could say MJ was pretty good at getting a bucket in the NBA too, since in his 13 seasons with the Bulls, Michael Jordan won nearly as many scoring titles as every single active NBA player combined. Think about that. All active NBA players have a combined 11 scoring titles. Jordan amassed 10 in 13 seasons by himself. Most fans are aware that Michael Jordan was a huge supporter and friend of Kobe Bryant. But what some people don't know is that Jordan was also a huge fan of Allen Iverson. Jordan said that he watched Allen Iverson's documentary 3 times and that it even made him cry, saying, quote, "I love that little guy." And speaking of guys that Jordan has an appreciation for, one of the unsung heroes throughout Michael's career was his trainer, Tim Grover. Tim was so obsessed with making sure that Mike was in peak physical condition that he would go back and watch each and every one of Mike's games and count how many steps he took while on the court and which direction his steps were taken to ensure that he knew where Mike would be sore, how his body felt, and what regiments to complete in the following day, which in the long run saved Jordan's body from potentially career-ending falls like this. The footage used in the Last Dance documentary was sitting around unused and unseen for years because Michael Jordan refused to give permission to release the tapes. That is, until the Cleveland Cavaliers won the 2016 NBA championship. On June 22nd, 2016, the exact day of the Cavs championship parade, Michael Jordan finally agreed to do the documentary. Coincidence? I think not. And while we're on the topic of the Last Dance documentary, on Michael Jordan's basketball reference page, you can find a Last Dance viewer's guide, an all-inclusive summary of the Bulls' final title run. This includes every game, every play, and even every shot from the Bulls' historic 1997-1998 championship season. This is an incredibly insightful page that you can reference while watching the Last Dance documentary. So whether you're a stat nerd or just interested in some of the more finer details behind the story, I highly suggest you check out this page. Tune into the Last Dance documentary Sundays on ESPN and ESPN2. Go even further down the deep, illustrious, and strikingly entertaining rabbit hole that is Michael Jordan's career. No, this is not a paid advertisement for the documentary. It's just really good.
He's advertising.
I mean, shoot. If y'all want to throw me some of that ESPN money, I wouldn't be opposed to it. But be sure to subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hope you all enjoyed today's video. Let me know which fact is the most surprising or the most interesting to you. And as always, until next time.
Not surprising or interesting or any of that. Well, interesting, I would say that, but not surprising because Jordan, he's the GOAT. Hands down. That's going to cap it off, man. Yo, let me know in the comments. Like, come on. Like, you know yourself. You know yourself that Jordan's the GOAT. Like, come on now. Stop playing. Stop playing. Stop playing around. Don't play with him. You know he's the GOAT. watching this video, it had to convince you too. Like, you might not say it out loud because you want to be like a LeBron fan. Like, I respect LeBron. I feel like LeBron is like the second best of all time. Then it's like Kobe right after. But I feel like Jordan's the GOAT, man. I feel like Jordan's the GOAT. Like, hands down. He's GOAT. He's the GOAT. But yeah, if you guys want to talk to me about this in the comments, be free to do so. Hit me up with a DM if you guys want me to react to more videos like this, man. But yeah, I enjoyed this video, man. It's just giving you guys, just give people like a idea of like who Jordan really was as a basketball player, and like how serious he was as a basketball player. Like he has a good track record and a good like resume of where you can like say like you can have like a lot of arguments of like him being the greatest of all time. Like you can make a 14-minute video of just solid facts of why he's the greatest of all time. Why is he so great? So yeah, yeah, I enjoyed this video. Hope you all enjoyed this video too. So yeah, I'm about to head out. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and I'm out.
I know I've been